We all want to be better looking. The vast majority of the things that you do to actually improve the way you look take a very long time to build up. Things like weightlifting and skincare, I talk about that stuff in my previous video, but at the end of the day, we all like to see quick results. The 3 things that I'm going to talk about in this video, I promise you, if you pick even one of them and implement it today, you will see results by the time you go to bed. You will literally go to bed better looking than when you woke up. There's a 4th bonus tip that I have at the end of the video, which if you implement the first 3 and then do that, you're gonna, it's gonna skyrocket your results. Nobody talks about it, but honestly, that one is gonna multiply the other 3 by 10. There's a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. Number 1, stand up straight with your shoulders back. Man, I talk about Jordan Peterson a lot, but the guy's smart and he has a lot of good points, and this is a very simple one, but it makes a lot of sense. Guys, it's estimated that people lose as much as 2 inches of their overall height just by having bad posture, and it's something that's so easy to correct, it's actually crazy. As an exercise, go in front of the mirror at the end of this video and just stand there. And then correct your posture. Like fully stand up straight, push your neck back so that it's straight instead of having that nerd neck that everyone seems to have. And you will see a crazy difference. Guys, I'm a software engineer. Like I'm used to being at a desk and coding. My posture is terrible just from that. And so it took me a long time to actually fix it. But when you do, you look more confident, more assertive, more masculine, more dominant. And these are all extremely attractive traits. Dude, honestly, just go outside for a bit, pay attention. It might be 1 in 20, 1 in 30 who actually has good posture. It's such an easy thing to correct. It's one of those things where it's like, if you actually correct it, it's just easy points on the board. So how do you actually correct your posture? Well, the first thing is honestly just being aware of it, right? Like the more often that you keep reminding yourself, hey, I'm in bad posture right now, I need to fix it right now. Just by doing that and making it a habit to every now and then just check yourself and fix your posture, you're gonna have better posture. But the other thing that you can do is take it so that your default is not slouched and hunched, but that your default itself is having good posture. And the way you do that is by training certain muscles that have been neglected because of years of sitting at your desk and being on your phone all the time. There's 2 exercises that I would recommend. The first is face pulls. So face pulls actually train the act of bringing your shoulders back, right? So what they're doing is they're using your back muscles, your upper back muscles, and strengthening them in the act of actually pulling your shoulders back into a more natural position. What you'll find after doing even 1 set is your shoulders are just more contracted, right? Like your upper back will have that pump, and so it'll be a little bit more contracted, and so your shoulders will naturally just be a little bit further back. And if you keep doing this over a long enough time period, your back will strengthen and your shoulders will just naturally kind of go back into that position. I would recommend about 4 sets a week. Maybe you can do 2 on one day and 2 on another, and that way you just kind of keep reinforcing that activity in your muscle and you just stay in that pumped up state a little bit longer if you spread it out throughout the week. So 4 sets a week is honestly all you need. Something like 10 to 15 reps, even 12 to 15 reps. So that's the first exercise. The second is, I don't know what to call this, and it looks silly, but what you're gonna do is just drive your chin down and then back. But what this is doing is it basically trains you out of that nerd neck where your head is fully jutting forward, and it brings it back up to its central upright position. It's gonna add a little bit of height to you. It's just gonna make you look more confident as well. What I would recommend doing for this is holding that exaggerated position. It'll feel a little bit weird for something like 60 seconds. Twice a day, okay? So honestly, dude, 2 minutes a day, that's it. And within a month, you will notice that your head is just consistently more aligned without even having to think about it. So if you do those 2 exercises, soon enough, good posture will be your default, and you won't have to keep reminding yourself every 5 minutes, hey, stand up straight. But until then, remind yourself to do it. It's gonna change your life. I swear to God, you're gonna feel more confident just by having good posture, just by standing up straight, shoulders back, chest out, head up and high, and actually looking people in the eye. You're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel more confident, and that vibe is going to be the most attractive thing, honestly, I swear to God. So, number 1, fix your posture. Number 2, find a hairstyle that works. Guys, when I was in my early 20s, my hair was bad. Dude, I'll see this all the time, man. It's so sad. I'll see a guy who's successful and he's in the gym and he has a good body and he has good style, but then you see his hair and it just doesn't work with his face. Either he looks like he's just trying to cut his own hair and save money, Or more likely, he just picked a style that simply doesn't work with his face. And because of that, it's like exaggerating some of the flaws in his face rather than exaggerating some of the benefits, some of the good features that he has. And so there's a very simple rule that you can follow. Figure out what your face shape is. I'll have a resource down below that will help you with that. But at the end of the day, guys, it's so simple. If you have a wider face like me, you want to have tighter sides and more volume up top and down below if you can grow a beard and you want a beard, okay? That's going to tighten things up. It's going to add like length to your face, and it's going to make things look a little bit more proportional, okay? Without this, I would have a bit of a baby face. Now, on the flip side, if you have a very narrow, slim face, you don't want to do anything that I just said, because by having tight sides and like even longer on the top and bottom, you're just going to exaggerate the fact that your face is narrow and slim. So you want to do the opposite, okay? You want to have fuller sides, a little bit less volume up top and on the bottom. That's going to look really good for you. If I tried to pull that look off, my head would look even more circular and it would again look out of proportion. Now on top of this, there's another thing that's very important, and that's figuring out your hair type, because you want to pick a style that actually works with the type of hair that you have, okay? I have like thick, really wavy hair. So for me, if I picked a style that works better with like really straight, like flowy hair, like for example, I think Alex Costa has a fantastic hairstyle. I really like it, like the way it looks, and it actually would work with my face shape, right? Like he also has like a bit of a wider face. He has the tight sides, more volume on top. I think it looks sick. But if I wanted to replicate his style, I would have to use tons of products and like blow dry my hair to like straighten it out. It would take me 15, 20 minutes to get ready in the morning just for the hair. I don't want to do that. Dude, I showered like 20 minutes ago. I didn't do a single thing to this. Like this, it's just how it looks. So if you pick a style that you don't need to like do anything for it to have it look good, that's just going to be an easy win for you. Once you've got your hairstyle on point, the next thing that I would recommend looking at is your actual style, okay? So with clothing, guys, there's like two levels to this, okay? If you're at the level where you're just wearing like old baggy clothes that just don't even fit you properly, you need to focus on building up the basics. What I would recommend for most people is having a wardrobe where about 80% of your clothing is just basics, stuff that you can reach, stuff that just works, right? Like dark jeans, solid t-shirts, some button downs, some polos, things like that, things that you just can put on without even having to think about it, and it just looks good, right? So if you are like struggling, if you're new to this, if you have a bunch of clothes that don't fit you properly, just first of all, invest in a bunch of basics. Now, once you have that stuff in place, that's when I would recommend bringing in some more like trendy, like fashion forward stuff. Like you can start having fun with that other 20%. And that's when you can start to kind of make it your own. I'm still figuring out how I feel about like manifestation, like law of attraction, all that stuff. There's stuff I agree with. There's stuff that I'm like, maybe that's a little bit much. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you dress like the person you would like to be in 5 years, it just kind of pushes you in that direction. Like, dude, there was no need for me to put this jacket on, but when I did, it just put me in a different mindset. I was thinking, okay, like it's time to work, you know, and that's what it is. Like this is work. And so it just sends the right signal to your brain. Pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, even with your style every now and then, is just a rewarding thing. And it kind of, it makes you think about yourself in a different way. You know, it almost feels like you're playing a new character, but then you start to incorporate that character into your persona. It starts to become a part of your identity. Guys, the fourth bonus tip that I'm going to mention is just having forward momentum in your life. When you are making progress, when you are consistently improving on yourself on a daily and weekly and monthly basis, that's going to be increasing your confidence in many different ways, right? Like, you know, if you're getting bigger and stronger in the gym, you're going to start feeling more and more confident about the way you look. If you are making moves in your career, maybe you're learning a new skill that's like getting you closer to that dream career. Maybe you're in a job that you really like and you're starting to have some success. Maybe you started a business on the side, whatever it is. When you have that forward momentum in your life, it's going to improve your confidence. It's going to improve the like internal feeling of self-belief and motivation, and that is absolutely going to manifest itself in the way that you present to the world. Like people talk about like vibes, and people talk about like high vibrational, like I'm giving off high vibrational energy, whatever the fuck. I don't really know. I just know that if you are confident and you're succeeding and you're happy about where things are going in life, you're gonna walk around with a smile on your face. You're going to just have more positive energy. You're gonna have a little bit of a bounce in your step. And all of those things are just such subtle, like sub-communication things that people do pick up on without even realizing it. And you will just start to realize that certain people are just fun to naturally be around. It just makes you like magnetic, right? Like it makes you that person that people want to be around because you're just constantly giving off positive energy. When you show up and you are in that good mood because you're making progress in your day-to-day life, because you're improving on a consistent basis, you're improving your confidence, you're going to give off a better energy, and people are going to pick up on it. And people are going to start telling you like, damn, you're so much fun to be around. Like, I wish I had your energy. I wish I had your vibe. People will just tell you that they like your vibe. Like that's a compliment that I never got in the first like 25 years of my life. And now I get it like pretty frequently. Like people will just say like, I like your vibe. And I didn't even really put it together that once I started taking my life more seriously, I started getting that compliment more often. That's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, you want to see more content like this, subscribe down below, give the video a like. Let me know what you think in the comments. I want to hear what your experiences are. And until next time, peace out.